Game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He's dropping back to throw. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. That's intercepted near the sideline. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals take over on his 5th interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. Who's going to throw? And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I am not sure we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right.
Big gain downfield. The 40. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
That's Laporta again. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just enough throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Set. Camper. Set.
Herbert. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Hey, ram.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and goal.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. And the shutout stays alive in the 2nd half as that pass ball's incomplete on 4th and goal.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Now a run here with Amari on Hampton. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Luda Baker bringing that one to an end.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Back to throw. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Cougar 19.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
18, Pioneer.
Going again on 2nd and 10. The catch is made by the rookie from Marshall. Into the red zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers go up 6-0 here in the first. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now is York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the pistol, it's Herbert. On him quick, and they bring it down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stretch.
22 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw once more. This throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Now Herbert again. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. We've got the 49ers in front. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. And facing 4th down, they're leaving the offense out there. And they don't get the catch they need there. That hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Buffalo 8, Panther 11, 7 Pirates.
Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down is short, but they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Warriors, Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. 19 tight. 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bob. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now it's York to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Set.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Escapes out to the left. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Looking underneath here, Benson. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. On 4th down, they snap it to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down. It's Herbert once more. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
5-9.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Into the hands of Harrison. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Connects with Harrison again. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
And the Cardinals 1st down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now it's 2nd down.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. He's out of bounds, looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Herbert from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 1. He reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
First down from the 42.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Johnny Lions.
Hampton gets the handoff. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 15 yards. And the 49er first down.
First down, play action. Buying some time left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Throwing off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Mustang 19. Let go.
From the red zone on first. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers go up by 12. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers bump the lead up to 13 points. Now it's York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds him over the middle. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a one-score game in the first half. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Ready? Count.
First and 10. Here's Hampton. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again. Do not expect a little jump. We'll get explosive on the ground as well.
Now it's York to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. First and 10. Herbert now. Blitz coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find his back. Trey Benson there. So it'll be second down. Back to the air. Herbert. Downfield is fine. St. Brown. He gets loose down the right side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a one-score game before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for two.
The Cardinals will line up for the two.
Pass play now. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on two-point tries today. Wow, down by just a score, a lot of game to go, but look here, it's an onside try. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Okay, break.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10.
Let's go. Hey, where I'm going?
Hampton trying the left side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Buffalo 18, 79 Warriors, 17, 18, Pioneer.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And the Cardinals grab it! And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You know what? Everybody loves a good lateral, right? They're great in the turkey bowl. They're great in the backyard growing up as kids. They're great on the hook and ladder. But in execution, they're incredibly risky. There's a reason you so rarely see them in the NFL. It's because they are a prime opportunity for a fumble and an easy recover for the defense.
Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Throwing on first is Herbert. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, careful.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
It's now third down.
On third down, Herbert. Flush down now to his left. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Nick Martin picks it off.
Herbert's pass. Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Now that. Past the 60. Past the 60.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Ready, ready.
Second down now. They need 7.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Hiking. It's Dragon 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. For big yards on the right side. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Offense up to the line fast.
Ready.
And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This, 42 yards from the right hash. New York knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl, they're going onside kick to begin the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready, ready. 70, 60 Maverick. 79 Brock. Come next. Warriors, 70. Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And this This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the 49ers the first. Looking quickly here.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
65 catch. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. 18. Pioneers. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. This one's caught. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Panther 11. 19 Lions. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14.
York to kick off.
Now is York to kick this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Herbert from the gun. Enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Fails to find his running back. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Getting out to his left. Firing it deep, left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
A gain of 26 yards.
Play action now with Allen. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Okay, quick.
3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. Continuing to dig. He's inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go. Set.
To throw again, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air again, Allen. On the move, hit it right. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
70 Timberwolves.
Third and long, it's Allen. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
On any 4th down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Here's Hampton, open the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Viking 18. Ready?
They're going to try and throw it here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Now that. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And they're able to grind into a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Ready?
They toss right side to McCaffrey. He gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
70 Lions.
3rd down, give to Hampton. Slucks a defender. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Gain of 26 yards there. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the 49ers with the football and a comfortable lead as well. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Check, smash. Check. Panther 60. Panthers.
Handoff now to the receiver. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Go!
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he gets in. Touchdown! The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. York tacks on that extra point. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Now it's York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Harrison. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert on first down. Escapes the pocket. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Big game continuing for Laporta. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
The Cardinals first down.
Herbert throwing again. Near the goal line. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. Will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2.
The Cardinals will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
Cardinals 32.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Get it! Cougar 19!
It's Hampton on second. He cuts it right. It's a foot race. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for 2. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass doesn't work.
On now is York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10, come out. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds Benson on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Complete beyond the marker. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. Goes to the hurry up here.
Cardinals, first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down.
Now Herbert again. Downfield is fine, safe ground. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Arizona.
Herbert to throw once more. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. It's Herbert once more. That's caught at the 4. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Working quickly here.
Gain of 16 yards. That's another.
On the red zone now. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the
Pass play coming here. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit.
51.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Running it with Hampton. And our first down only gets about a yard here. The defender there to force him out. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready?
Back to Hampton. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the 49ers the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
At the 17-yard line.
Check.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He's getting close, and they take him down.
Let's go.
Offensive line fast.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks. Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain for being taken down that prior play Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. He gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked by Marquise Siegel. And the 49ers take over on his 5th interception of the season.